Hey, afternoon, Zach. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, Zach.
Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Have a seat.
Thank you so much, Zach. Thanks for meeting with us, Zach, for
No
this
problem.
nice interview here about Coast Guard. And we don't get to hear much about the Coast Guard. Can you tell us a little bit about the history on that?
Well, sure. Back when George Washington was president in around 1790, he realized that a lot of these merchant ships were coming in and not paying the proper revenues and tariffs and such. So he approached Congress for money to have some revenue ships built. And they approved the building of 10 cutters, they can call it cutters, and put them in charge of the Treasury Department, which was headed by Alexander Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
So they had 10 cutters, and about 3 years later they built 10 more, a total of 20 cutters at that period of time. And like I said, the Coast Guard, that was August 4th, 1790, and it wasn't until 8 years later they formed the Department of the Navy. So we always like to say that we were the first maritime service of the federal government, and so that's how it started.
That's interesting. Oh. Zach, what can you tell us about this uniform here?
Well, this was my uniform when I was
Oh.
in the service. I was in the U.S. Coast Guard from 1966 to 68,
Oh.
and I was stationed on a Coast Guard cutter out of Charleston, South Carolina. And I was also, when I was in boot camp, I was in the Coast Guard band, and therefore I had the wide aglet and I had the
Was that right?
the patch.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
The Coast Guard band had that, and the Coast Guard Special Honor Guard would have had that.
I see.
So
Zach, that hat there, is that only worn with a certain uniform, or when is that worn? That type
yeah,
of hat?
this was worn. This was an everyday hat. You'd wear this when you're going on liberty, or if you're going to wear your dress blues, you'd automatically.
So
wear this.
so the Dixie Cup hat was working as a working uniform hat, right? Or
Yeah, I have one of those over on the side there.
would you mind bringing that over for a second, Commander Lorenzo? That Dixie Cup hat, so we can take a look at the difference here. So that one is with the uniform. This is the working man's hat.
Yeah, we had this, and we also had a baseball style cap.
Is that right? Oh, you said a baseball. They had that back
We had a
then,
blue
too.
baseball style cap also. But in boot camp, we kind of just wore it round.
I see.
But when you got to be on the ship on the
Yeah.
cutters, you got to kind of stylize it yourself, and this is how I wore
Interesting.
mine.
Wow. Very interesting. Okay.
I would try it on now, but
Yeah,
somehow
sure.
my head got fatter.
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
time.
That's okay. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, I'm gonna take. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
this one here. That's gonna be mine for the museum.
Yeah.
So, and when you were in the Coast Guard, where were you first stationed after boot camp?
My first station was Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And what kind of work did you do there?
Well, I was on a temporary crew on the 95-foot patrol cutter, the Cape Morgan.
I see.
And then I went on permanent duty on the WLB 308, which is a buoy tender, what they call a black hull cutter.
I see.
The work cutters like tugboats and buoy tenders, the hulls were painted black.
Mm-hmm.
The other Coast Guard cutters were white with the famous orange and blue stripe running diagonally off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bow. And the ones we sent to Vietnam, we sent the 1st and 3rd squadrons, some 8,000 men to Vietnam, and they served there from Operation. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Operation Market Time, doing interdictions, bringing in weapons and supplies and ammunition and all from the north down to South Vietnam.
I see. Zach, when you were off the coast of United States, East Coast, did you go up and down the coast in your ship, or you just stay at the base area? Or?
Yeah, the 7th is basically takes up the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida.
I see.
That was our area.
I see.
And so you had Coast Guard Base Charleston, Coast Guard Base Miami,
Oh, I see.
and that was your whole area. And today, the Coast Guard goes all the way down into South America and all that.
Is that right? Oh.
Yeah, when I was in, we had 36,000 men and women, and today we're under Homeland Security, and it was upwards like around 57,000 today.
Mhm.
So when I went in, we were underneath the Treasury Department, and that's why you see the Treasury shield on our
Yes.
sleeve.
Mhm. Interesting.
Okay, and they still use this today.
It's a shield, yeah.
Yeah, and in '67 they put us in the Department of Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
We transferred over to that. And matter of fact, that's when they came out with these caps. And then today, it's a few years back, we went underneath Homeland Security, and they enlarged us by quite a bit, put
that
quite a
right?
bit more money into it.
And you say today there's 57,000 members.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 57,000. Wow.
Those are the last figures that I
Sure,
saw.
sure. Interesting. Okay. Well, Zach, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to continue on with World War II reenactments. So we covered the Coast Guard.
Okay.
Thank you, Zach.
Semper Paratus.
Semper Paratus. What does that mean, Zach?
Always ready.
Always ready.
On with the Coast
Outstanding.
Guard.
Thank you, Zach.